Black Supremacy. This is Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary, but you can call me Prophet. Prophet Rovette of Black Supremacy. And it is Black Supremacy Month. Black Supremacy Month, y'all. Formerly known as Black History Month. And as promised, we are breaking generational curses every single day for Black History Month, for the month of February. And today, on Meditation with the Master, we're breaking the Black struggle curse. This curse that says you're part of the Black struggle. The struggle is more appropriately called. And when people talk about the struggle, they usually are referring to efforts towards Black liberation. When they talk about the struggle, the struggle is the struggle to break, to go, it's usually towards Black liberation. You know what I'm saying? So to break free of this struggle, because it's not a struggle to be Black. Do you struggle to be Black every day, or do you just wake up being Black? We don't struggle to be Black or to be free. We don't struggle to do any of those things. It happens naturally. Freedom happens naturally. You breathe naturally. Even when you're sleeping, you're breathing. And that's how abundance should be, and that's how everything should be. Even when you're sleeping, you're breathing. You're having life. You're inhaling and exhaling life. There's no struggle in that, for the most part. And if you do have a struggle with it, then you have a condition to where you do need to, you need to get it checked out. You need to work on it. But to be Black in itself, is not a struggle. To be liberated is not a struggle. To be free is not a struggle. It's not a struggle to be free. It's not a struggle to be liberated. It's not a struggle to do these things. It's not a struggle. These things, they tell you that it's a struggle. And we have to get the language right. 2021 is about getting the language right in real time. In real time, we got to get the language right. So, people talk about it's the struggle. We're going through the struggle. That's a defeatist mind state. Honestly, and I know we've been conditioned to say things of that nature, different terms, and it's a conditioning to get out of these things. But if you think about struggling, you think about what the implications of the struggle, and you're struggling to do something. To me, when you're struggling to do something, you're halfway doing it. You're halfway in between doing it, and it's hard, and you either will do it or won't do it. And that's not what this is. That's not what Black liberation is. That's not what Black freedom is. Because freedom is breathing. It is laying down, sleeping, and breathing even while you're sleeping. People talk about how you're not really making money unless you're making money in your sleep, and that's so true. That's so true. That's true abundance. It's like when you're breathing, when you're doing these things naturally. So being Black is not a struggle. What I would refer to the Black struggle, what do you call the struggle, and that's the plight towards liberation, the plight towards complete Black freedom and Black sovereignty, Black supremacy. What the struggle is more or less a distraction. It's a distraction. Police turn on the blue lights behind you. They're distracting you, thinking you have to pull over, or you had to do this. It's a distraction. It's a deep distraction, but nonetheless, it is a distraction and not a struggle towards freedom. We already have freedom. We are granted freedom every single day. Every time you breathe, Every time you breathe in and every time you breathe out, you're breathing in freedom. You're breathing in liberation. You're breathing in, you're breathing in your ancestors. You're breathing in, your liberation. So to say that we're struggling to do this, no, we are born free. You are born free. You're not born with chains on. You're not born with any contraption that's holding you to somebody or something else. Well, your umbilical cord, but that's to your mother. You know what I'm saying? So, but we are born free. We are born free, absolutely free. And we are distracted to think otherwise. We are conditioned to think any other way. We're distracted. So to say that we are, in this struggle and fighting for freedom and in this liberation struggle and struggling, that's when I hear that, it's just like, come on, we have to get the language right, because if you are a victor and you are constantly having victories, there's a certain way that you are going to speak and talk about your victories and talk about your winning and talk about what you're doing, and it's not struggling. If you're struggling to do something, that means you may get it done halfway, marginally. You may just cross the finish line. Man, I'm struggling. You struggling to be free? You wake up free every single day. You wake up free every single day. Right now, if you're watching this, I don't care if you're at your job. I don't care. You are free. You are free. You are free. Anything else is just a distraction. You could walk out that job, honestly. You could walk out right now watching this. And I encourage people to do that. If you're watching this and you're at your job, just walk right on out if that's how you're feeling. Because we are free. We are absolutely free. And if you feel that your job is confining you and making you not free, walk out. Walk out. We are free. We're born free. Breathe in that freedom. Breathe in that freedom. Exhale that liberation. But we are born free. Don't this defeatist mentality. They give us these defeatist terms when talking about black liberation, black sovereignty, black supremacy, and especially they give us these defeatist terms like, "Oh, you're struggling. We're all in this struggle together." Nah, we not struggling, man. We not struggling for freedom. You are either free or you are not. You are either a slave or you are not. You are either liberated or you are not. There is no in between. There's no struggling freedom. We're struggling. Think about what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I encourage everybody to do is to, before they say certain things, especially when it involves, your well-being and what you're striving to do and what you are doing right now in real time, what you're doing and what your goals are. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. Because we're not struggling. You don't wake up, I'm struggling to wake up. I'm struggling to do this. You're either doing it or you're not. All that struggle stuff, that's a defeatist mind state. You know what I'm saying? That's how they defeat you. It is in the mind first. The slavery is mental now. They don't have to put chains on you. They just tell you you're struggling. You know what I'm saying? They just tell you you're struggling. I'm in this struggle. We all in this struggle, brother. Let's go. What the hell are you struggling for? We're not in chains. We not struggling. We are distracted. Some of us are distracted, and then some of us are focused. Some of us are focused and going right where we need to go, going towards freedom. Freedom is not the final destination. We walk further and walk further and walk further. Freedom is just a pit stop to further and further greatness. You know? So, once you're free, that's not the end of the struggle. That's not the end of the plight. That's not the end of the road. Freedom is just part of the road. We're walking and walking and walking and going towards this. And as I talk about 3 Steps to End Racism right now, my first book, where you got to get it for absolutely free, holler at me for a hard copy. Black supremacy is the key to immortality. Being God is not a destination. You can say, "Oh, I'm God," and that's it. No. You are God. We are always becoming. We're becoming and becoming greater and greater and greater and greater and becoming and going towards further greatness. And that's what it is. We're not struggling. No, we're not struggling. Today, the 19th day of February, we're breaking free of the black struggle. We are not struggling any longer. You know what I'm saying? We are not struggling. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop. People just think about the words you use. This is an exercise I implore everybody to do. Okay? Think about your goals. Write them down. And what's the language? Right next to your goals, write down what is the language you're using to get towards your goals. How do you see yourself getting towards your goals? Each one of those goals, write down those language. Write down the language. And if any of that language implies that you are being held back, or you're enchained and you gotta go toward, and then you're trying to do something, you're trying to make this happen, you're trying and you're struggling and no, you're not trying, you're not struggling, we are not. You wake up and breathe every day. How is it a struggle? How is it a struggle? When you do it in your sleep, how is it a struggle? So, we're breaking free of that myth and demystifying the black struggle, because these are things that they push out there, and we got our activists and our Miss Leadership class that pushes and promotes this language that we just use without thinking. We use it without thinking about it. But then when you look at the actions behind it, when you look at the what the people are doing behind it, they really make it a struggle. You know what I'm saying? People are really out there getting tear gassed and all that stuff, and they wake up free. You know what I'm saying? You wake up free. You wake up free. And you got these crazy people tear gassing you on a plot. They know where you're going to be at. They know you're going to protest right here, and they're tear gassing you and hitting you with rubber bullets and stuff like that. That's the struggle. That's the struggle. But we're doing that. We're creating that reality with our words. You know what I'm saying? There's infinite ways to get to our goals. Infinite ways to get to our goals. And to say that, we gotta go toward, that's what they want us to do. They want us to do that so they could gauge how many people are going to actually get involved with that and actually be a part of that. And, they're looking to see how many people are going to be disagreeable to the status quo. And they're sitting there counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 niggers, 6 niggers, 7 niggers. Like they're just counting, and you're on, so. And hey, I've been there. I led plenty of demonstrations, marches, and all that stuff like that. We didn't do it like that now. We never told them that we were going to be at some place and show up and try to have the press there, and that we never did it for a fanfare now. Well, I'll go into that later. I'll talk about all that at a different time. But, however, we had to go beyond the black struggle, because that is just a mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get in February, this month, we're getting out all the mind fuckery. When March hits, which March is the month of the true New Year's, and also my born day month. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, March 24th, mark that on your calendar, circle that. But, however, that's the true New Year's too. But however, I don't want anybody to be in that defeatist mind state after this month, after we break all these 28 generational curses. You know what I'm saying? If you're still at the struggling after February, then you're not there mentally. You got to go back, look at these videos again, watch from the first day to the last. I gotta redo some of the videos because they kicked them offline and they're not online. But every single day for the month of February, we break it all generational curses. So we gotta get out of that struggle mind state. It's a mind state. The more apt way to look at the black struggle is a distraction. You're distracted because freedom is right here. Freedom is when you wake up and you breathe every day and you're free. You're absolutely free to do whatever you want to do and make the choices that you want to make, and eat the sandwich that you want to eat, and make some grits, and you're free to do that. You're free. You know what I'm saying? You're free to do that. But we are distracted otherwise. We're distracted when they come over there and say, pull over, to turn on the blue lights. And it's just this, as I was speaking on before, this illusion of uniformity that the status quo perpetuates. That's all it is. It's just an illusion of uniformity. They all have the same car. And, this illusion of the uniformity is what distracts us to our greatness. So we had to break free out of the illusions, out of the struggle, and out of all of that. Are you distracted or are you focused? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you distracted or are you focused on what you want to be, on what you're becoming, on what your goals are, and how you're going to get there? Are you distracted? That's the true question. So it's not about a struggle, it's a distraction. And right now, at this very moment, we are focused. We're focused. So we have broken the curse of the black struggle. Struggle no more. But I encourage everybody to get 3 steps to end racism right now. You could actually read it for free if you're on melanatedpeople.net. Shout out to my melanatedpeople.net family. You can check out my post and click on the post. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook and watching this, you can click on the bio and read it absolutely free. But I do encourage everybody to get the hard copy because they can't deplatform your library and they can't censor your coffee table. I've been censored. I've been deplatformed before deplatforming was a thing. And 3 steps to end racism right now is not fact checkers friendly. It's not internet friendly. So it tells you really how to break free out of the struggle and get out of this loop that we find ourselves in every 150 years, where black people collectively go into a lower level of servitude. You know, they want you to expend your energy. They want you to fight for the British or the Patriots or the Confederates or the Union or the Democrats or the deplorables, and it's all distractions. Look at it. Look at the black liberation. If you realize what's happening, it's all distractions. We wake up free. We're born free. So you could actually support the craft via Cash App at $Palmetto Star. I'm coming out with more books. I'm doing a children's book. I'm coming out with more and more books. So this is what I'm doing. I'm putting out these books, putting out this information, and doing it to promote show our children and show us that our true culture, which is black supremacy, which is our culture, is to be the most supreme beings and go towards the most supreme heights and keep on going towards the greater greatness and not stopping there and never stopping. So that's what I'm showing, and that's what I'm putting out in these books. So you can support that via Cash App at $Palmetto Star. I appreciate everybody that has and everybody that will. I love y'all because we are going towards greater and greater greatness. And you can hit me up on my Patreon and get exclusive content for that next book. That's patreon.com. You can call me Prophet, but you can call me Prophet. And we're going towards greater greatness, y'all. And I'm so excited that y'all are here with me and making this happen. And we're going towards this higher height. And we're going to go and we're going to create so many different realms. And we are creating different realms right now. If you're watching this right now, you are in a different world than anybody else. And I'm so glad that you're here with me in a new world. I encourage everybody to stay vigilant, be aware. Black supremacy.